My Friend Irma, starring Marie Wilson as Irma, Joan Banks as Jane, and Hans Conried as the lovable Professor Kropotkin.
Friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, theirs will still be hot. My friend Irma.
I guess everybody knows how a mother worries when her child crosses the street. Well, I'm not a mother, but every time my roommate, Irma Peterson, leaves the house, something happens. For instance, yesterday we went for a walk, and when I took my eyes off her for a second, she started to cross the street against the signal. A policeman yelled at her and said,
Hey, lady! Don't you know jaywalking is against the law? What's your name? Didn't you hear me, lady? What's your name? Look. For the last time, lady, what's your name?
Irma, why don't you answer the officer?
You know Al doesn't allow me to talk to strange men.
Oh, he doesn't, does he? Well, maybe it will make us more friendly if I give you a ticket.
No, thank you. He doesn't let me go to the theater with strange men either.
Oh, come on, Irma, before I blow my top. Hello? Oh, she's in the shower, Al. Sure, I'll be glad to give her a message. What? You have gone into business? What is it this time? Blowing up spaghetti and selling it for fluorescent light tubes? What? Okay, I stand corrected. This is legitimate. It's really something big. Yes, all right, Al. I'll tell Irma you're on your way over. Goodbye, Daddy Warbucks.
Who's on the phone, Jane?
Your boyfriend, Al, is on his way over.
Oh, I'm so glad. How is he?
Oh, he's fine. His same sweet, adorable, kind, phony, cheap self.
Oh, that's nice. What did he have to say?
He says he's gone into business.
In business? Oh, I knew my Al would make good. Did he tell you what it was?
No, but I can wait. I'm sure the district attorney will be glad to give me the sordid details.
Oh, Jane, you shouldn't say things like that. Now, let's see. What kind of business would Al go into?
Oh, what kind of experience has he had?
Experience. Oh, that's it, Jane. He's probably going to open up his own unemployment office.
That sounds logical, but it won't work. Al doesn't believe in giving anything away.
Oh, Jane, I've got it.
You have?
Yes, he's going to open a travel bureau, and he'll make a lot of money, too.
He will?
Oh, yes. Almost every day Al tells me that one of his friends has to skip the country.
Irma, do you mean to tell me that after all these years you can still have faith in that number one nothing?
Oh, you see, Jane, even you call him number one. That means he's a born leader.
Yes, he sure is. When those boys are marching in line with one hand on each other's shoulders, your Al will be leading them.
Oh, no, Jane, I know Al's going to be a success because all his friends have been executives.
No, honey, you've got the wrong word. All his friends have been executed. Come in.
It's only me, Professor Kropotkin. Hello, Janie and Irma, my two little telephone operators. One calling ahead, the other for a head she should be calling.
Why, Professor?
Oh, excuse me, just a little joke I picked up from a two-faced friend. Girls, do you have maybe a piece of picture wire?
Well, no, we don't, Professor. Do you have a picture you want to hang on the wall?
No, I got to hang the wall to the ceiling. You see, Janie, it rained last night and my room is coming apart. But it's all right. Forget it.
Oh, but Professor, suppose your ceiling falls down.
Oh, I hope not, Irma. That would reinforce the floor and give Mrs. O'Reilly an excuse to raise my rent. tell me, girls, what's new with you?
Oh, Professor, wait until you hear what happened to Al.
Al? Did he get a job and go to work? Or is he in some other kind of trouble?
He's gone into business.
Al into business? Well, you know what they say. An army travels on its stomach.
What's that got to do with Al?
Nothing, but I thought while we were talking, maybe you'd make me a glass of tea.
Oh, you're just trying to change the subject because you haven't any confidence in Al. But this time I think you're all wrong. Something seems to tell me he's going to succeed. Call it what you will. Let's just say it's my woman's institution.
Look, sweetie, don't be so touchy. You know we're all for you. It's just that when Al goes into something, well, it's natural to assume that whatever he goes into will require bail to get him out.
Go ahead, have your fun.
No, Irma, darling, don't mind us. We love you, and I hope that Al is a big success. Do you know what kind of business he's going into?
No, but it could be that he's going into the lumber business because he's always advising his friends where they can find a good fence.
Hello, folks.
Oh, hello, Mrs. O'Reilly. Come on in.
Oh, I can only stay a moment. I have to rush down to the beauty parlor.
Oh, don't rush, Mrs. O'Reilly. They wouldn't give you their money back.
Is that so? Well, Professor, I have news that'll put you in your place. I have a date tonight with a fine southern gentleman.
Go on.
And he's not as stingy as you. He's promised to give me a new Longines watch.
What a coincidence. The world's most honored watch for the world's most horrible witch.
Well, Professor, it looks like you're missing the boat.
No, I don't think of Mrs. O'Reilly as a boat. To me, she's built more like a barge.
Jealous. Oh, that may be for me, Janie. I gave Mr. Casey your number, too, because I spend so much time here.
Well, I'll see. Hello? Who? Oh, yes, just a minute. It's for you, Mrs. O'Reilly.
Oh, thank you. Hello? Yes, Mr. Casey? What? Oh, Mr. Casey, you're so cute. He says my face is like a breath of down off the heather.
No, you didn't hear him right. He wants to know if that down on your face is feathers.
Oh, shut up. No, not you, Mr. Casey. What? You can't keep our date tonight? Why not? Well, that's no excuse. If you'll be so kind, please return me picture. Goodbye.
Oh, you sent him your picture, huh?
Yes, he asked for it. So I gave him the one I had taken when I was a little girl leaving Ireland on my way to America.
Oh, well, that explains it. He probably got jealous when he saw you standing beside Columbus.
Come in.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Al, honey. We've all been waiting. Tell us, what business did you get into?
Brought the business right with me, chicken. Come on in, pal. Folks, meet the great Bronkonski.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Bronchitis?
Glad to know you. The name is Bronkonski. You must be Irma.
That's right. And this is her roommate, Jane Stacy.
Hiya, babe.
Likewise. Al, what is this?
You mean Bronky? He's my new wrestler. This is the business I told you about.
What? Oh, isn't that wonderful? Is he good, Al?
Good. Take a look at them shoulders. He looks like the new Nash with the bed pulled out. Well, Bronky, I want you to meet the rest of my friends. This is Professor Kropotkin.
It's a pleasure.
And this here is...
Don't tell me I'd know that face anywhere. The terrible Turk. I wrestled him in Philly.
You must be mistaken. The name's O'Reilly, Mrs. O'Reilly.
Al, are you out of your mind? A wrestler?
Know what you're thinking, but this guy is sensational. Believe me, I got a champ on my hands. Now, look, you're all my friends, so naturally we'll not con you. I'm offering you all the opportunity of buying a piece of this wrestling. Jane, you get first choice. What do you say?
I'll take the piece between the ears. It looks as though it has the most muscle.
Don't be flip, Jane. Mean business. And remember, Bronchi here is so strong, he can open a bottle of Coke with his teeth.
Well, my girlfriend Amber can open a bottle of Coke with her teeth.
From the bottom?
I tell you, folks, he's terrific. Guarantee I'll make $1 million. What do you say, Professor?
Well, I don't know much about the wrestling business. And what is more, if I became interested in Brankansky, I might invite him to eat at the Gypsy Tea Room someday. And then my whole investment will end up in the hospital.
Suit yourself. How about you, Mrs. O'Reilly? You're a businesswoman. What do you think?
Well, he's so big and strong. I haven't had time to think of business, but he looks like a good investment. I'll put in me 10.
We'll put you down for the sawbuck, Mrs. O'Reilly. How about you, Chicken?
I'll invest $10, Al.
Ah, thanks, Chicken. Knew you'd come through for me. Now, how about the rest of you? Got to have $50 to pay his entrance fee at the arena.
$50?
No, it sounds like a lot of money, but Bronchi is bound to make good and protect our investment. Ain't like you was buying a pig in a poke.
Oh, of course not. He's standing right here in front of us where we can all see him.
Well, what do you say, folks?
Oh, Al, I don't know. Remember that time you sold us a piece of a racehorse and it died of pneumonia?
Yeah, well, this is a safer proposition. You can bring this guy in the house when it rains.
Well, I don't know what to think.
Oh, please, Jane. It's for my future.
Oh, let's not go into that again. Here's my 10.
That being the case, here's 10 for me, Al.
Okay, kids, we're in business. And tomorrow night, Al Enterprises Incorporated will present the new wrestling sensation, the Great Brankansky.
The greatest threat to America since the Pyramid Club.
Oh, yeah? Well, tomorrow night when that bell sounds, Bronchi is going to tear out of his corner like a jet bomber.
Oh, that's no good, Al.
Why not?
How will he get him back in time for the fight?
Irma, what are you doing?
I'm knitting a sock for Brankansky's left foot.
Just his left foot?
Yes, that's the part I have my money on, and I don't want it to catch cold.
I see. Honey, where is Al?
Oh, he's out seeing how the tickets are selling for tonight.
Well, somehow I've got the feeling we've all bought an interest in a whole lot, and the fact that Al is handling things makes me doubly sure.
Why do you say that, Jane?
Because the last 99 things he's handled have been failures.
Well, this one may be a success, Jane. After all, no one is perfect.
Come in.
It's only us again. Any word yet on how the ticket sales are going for tonight?
No, Professor Al hasn't come back yet.
Well, I hope we make a little money because I invested the last $10 I had. And I need that money badly.
What for, Professor?
For a tombstone. So at least in the next world, I'll have something over my head.
Oh, stop worrying about your money. I need it as much as you do.
What for?
Well, facials, home permanent waves, skin creams, things that women like me needs to make her look attractive.
Now, please, Mrs. O'Reilly, there ain't that much money in Fort Knox.
Oh, hush up with that kind of talk.
Come in.
Hiya, folks. Stand over there, Brankansky.
Okay, boss.
What's the matter, Al? You look worried.
Yeah, I am. Looks like our investment is down the river.
What?
Seems nobody ever heard of this guy. Nobody's buying tickets. We won't have enough people at that wrestling match for a three-handed pinochle game.
Look, Al, if you've bungled this, the only fair thing to do now is give our money back.
Can't do that, Jane. Had to invest the money in Brankansky's future.
What do you mean, his future?
Well, being his manager, bought myself a new suit.
Oh, Al, this is terrible. Everyone was counting on you.
But, Chicken, when a guy hasn't got a reputation, hold it.
Oh, Al, you've got it.
How did you know?
I can tell you've got that important expression you always have when you come out of the unemployment office.
You know me like a book, Chicken. Got an idea that will make us clean up on Brankansky.
What are you going to do? Sell him to a glue factory?
Can't you ever forget that racehorse I bought? This idea is sensational. They say no one knows this guy. Well, we got to get him worldwide publicity.
Oh, Al, it's too late for him to marry Rita Hayworth.
No, Chicken. We got the example right in front of us. Who's the best-known wrestler?
Gorgeous George.
Right. Now, we do the same thing with Bronkonski. We dial him up and give him a fancy name. Bronkonski,
Yeah, boss.
what's your first name?
Stanley.
Let's see. What goes well with Stanley? Stupendous Stanley?
How about stupid Stanley?
Ain't sexy enough. Got it. Stunning Stanley, the sentimental squeezer.
Oh, Al, that's cute.
Can't miss, chicken. Now, you take him down to your beauty parlor and get him dolled up. Make him stunning.
But what'll I have him do, Al?
You take Mrs. O'Reilly with you and tell him to make Stanley look just the opposite.
Well, Professor, we're rolling now. Chicken, get his nails done, get his hair hennaed, and have it combed in an upsweep.
Well, I don't think you have to waste money on an upsweep. After the bout, he'll probably be swept up.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, Al, will you get me one of them fancy robes like they wear?
Robes? Well, yeah, but where am I going to find a lady's robe big enough to fit you? After all, you're as big as a house.
Well, I think Mrs. O'Reilly's may fit you if we take it in a couple of yards.
Oh, hush up, you.
No, none of this here bickering. Go on, chicken. Get the stunner to the beauty parlor.
All right, Al, shall I have his face made up?
By all means. For the rouge, get something like you wear, that light pink. And lipstick, a deep red. And for nail polish, get that Revlon pink lightning.
Pink lightning? What do you want him to do, shock his opponent to death?
Lay off, Jane. I'm going to show you how the greatest manager on earth works. And Stunner, while you're there, see if you can get him to shave your chest.
Hey, do I have to, boss? Got a picture of Central Park tattooed on my chest. It won't look good without grass.
Don't talk back. I'm your manager.
Okay, but my mother's gonna hate me.
Well, I am looking at something the likes of which I have never seen before. Stunning Stanley just came back, all dolled up. And the transformation is a little hard to describe. I read in the paper once that they had crossed a tiger with a lion and gotten an animal called the tigron. But this tops that. Now they have crossed a man with a beauty parlor and gotten a monstrosity. And to make things more incredible, the photographers from the newspapers have been taking pictures. How they got close enough to him to take pictures, I'll never know. Because the perfume he's wearing is enough to kill DDT. And his eyelids are mascaraed so heavily that every time he blinks, it looks like he's raising 2 Venetian blinds. Well, in 2 hours, this stunning, if you'll excuse the expression, creature will walk into the ring at Madison Square Garden. And if he doesn't win, at least he should get engaged. Come in.
Hiya, folks. Take a look at them headlines. Tell you the tickets are selling like hotcakes.
Hey, can I see my picture, boss?
Sure. Here, right on the sports page.
Oh, that's cute, Stanley. But isn't that an unusual place for a beauty mark?
Oh, that ain't no beauty mark. That was a fly sitting on my nose.
Well, why didn't you brush it off?
The boss said I should save my strength for the match tonight.
And you're going to win, Stunner. And I'm going to be the unhappiest guy in the world when you do.
Why, Al?
Well, the odds are 6-1, and I ain't got a nickel to bet on the guy. Jane, got any extra dough?
Don't look at me.
Yeah. Chicken, what about your boss, Mr. Clyde? You think he would loan me $20 if I convinced him it would help us get ahead?
Oh, sure he would, Al. He's always telling me to go out and get ahead.
Don't mean that kind of ahead, Chicken. Must call your boss. I'm desperate. Chicken, when I get the number, you get on the phone and talk.
But Al, what shall I tell him?
Well, just say, men like him is always helping people out of a hole. So if he lets you have 50, you'll return it with interest. Got it, Chicken?
Well, I think so, Al. Give me the phone. Hello, Mr. Clyde. This is Irma Peterson. I'm in a hole with 50 men, but I'll return if you're interested.
Hold it! Hello? Hello? Guess he hung up.
What's wrong? Didn't I say it right?
Forget it, Chicken.
Come in. Amber.
Hello, dearie. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. I've always wanted to meet your mother.
She's not not my mother. That's Stunning Stanley. He's a wrestler.
Oh, a fella. I don't think it's fair. They're hard enough to find without disguising them.
Miss Amber Lipscott wants you to meet the coming world's champion, Stunning Stanley. He's wrestling at Madison Square Garden in a couple hours.
Glad to know you, Amber. You know, you're built well, too.
He's cute.
Amber, I'm in desperate need of $20. But as you know, do not like to borrow from a woman.
For which I admire you.
So if I turn my back, will you please put it on the table?
Now, wait a minute, Al. After all, I'm a friend of Irma's, and I would like to help you out. But what is there in it for me?
Well, the stunner here is a bachelor.
Oh, that's interesting. Tell me, Stunner, is there a girl in your life?
No, Amber, I don't have much luck with girls. Every time I put my arm around a girl, they black out.
Oh, this should be interesting. I'll tell you what, Al. The dressmaker I work for owes me $20. And if the Stunner will walk down there with me, I'll get it for you.
I'll be glad to. Boss, we'll see you at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, so long, champ. Ah, he's a sweet boy. Must make a fortune with it.
Hello? Oh, just a minute. Al, it's your friend.
Oh, thanks, Jane. Hello? Oh. Hello, Joe. What is your problem? Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. You'll give us $500 for our interest in Stunning Stanley. Oh, wait a minute, Joe. We'll take it up with the stockholders. What do you say, folks?
Yes.
Sorry, Joe, they turned you down, and goodbye, pal.
Al, are you crazy? We'd have all gotten $100 apiece for our $10 investment.
Glory be, $100. Why, I could have taken a boat trip to the old country.
And with my 100, I could give it to a friend in Ireland to see that you stay there.
Oh, gee, Al, $100 is a lot of money.
So what? Look, folks, will you all stop picking on the goose that's laying the golden egg? 500 is nothing. We'll make 5,000 with the Stunner.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Not only are we getting great publicity, but the Stunner is a mass of muscle, and there ain't a guy on earth that can beat him. Take my word for it, this man is made of iron. There ain't no one around who can hurt him.
Come in.
It's the Stunner.
His arm is in a sling.
Sure. What happened?
He got fresh with me, so I broke his arm.
My Friend Irma, originally heard over the Columbia Broadcasting System, has been rebroadcast to you men and women overseas by the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.